Hi, this is Beastly Eel with another Eel Talk, and today's episode is about Falcon and Winter Soldier, Episode 4. This episode was a tough one, emotionally. If you haven't seen it, please watch it, because this one definitely hits you in the feels, so you definitely want to watch it to understand it, at least certain parts. For those of you who have seen it, well, let's get ready for it. As always, I'm going to talk about um, the episode as a whole, and then we're going to go into what I think is going to be happening. So the episode begins the same way, right where the last episode ended, with Winter Soldier interacting with the Wakandan warrior. Acolyte, I want to say is the name of the fighter group, but I could be wrong. Um, that being said, the two of them are talking, and we get a flashback of when Bucky was in Wakanda, dealing with his illness, specifically proving that he has gotten over being the Winter Soldier permanently. He's in full control of himself. He successfully beat it, and they were happy that he was on their side. But what happens is she basically states that she wants to make sure that Baron Zemo gets what he deserves. And he asked, he needs him alive and with him. So she gives him 8 hours and she leaves. But she said after the 8 hours, he's gone. So he meets back with the group and explains to them that, Wakanda's going to be going after him real quick. And he doesn't seem fazed by it at all. But Baron Zemo never seems fazed by anything. And I mean anything. So they start to look around, and what they've noticed is they know about the woman who died and how she's a staple in the community. And Sam suggests that she's going to be around because they're going to do some sort of service for him, but they don't know anything about it. So the three of them split up. And I use that phrase very lightly because Winter Soldier, Bucky, was following Zemo around. So it wasn't like they completely split up. But everyone was kind of ignoring them. Nobody was answering anybody. It just wasn't, they weren't getting any information. The only time we got anything was from one of the teachers who talked to Sam, who was like, I know who you are, but I can't trust you. We can't trust outsiders. And we're really getting to see how the world was during the 5 years. Borders were open. People were accepted everywhere, wanting to rebuild in general. And then it kind of collapsed upon itself when the blip happened. I know we've talked about this in several episodes now, specifically with Falcon and Winter Soldier, but maybe the blip wasn't the greatest thing. But anyway, Baron Zemo gets goes around a bunch of kids, which is creepy as all heck. Definitely got some creepy vibes, especially when he gives them candy, which makes it even worse to me. Anyway, he gets the information he needs and knows where the funeral is, or the ceremony, whatever you want to call it. But he tells her to keep it a secret, and everyone else is a bad guy, blah, 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 blah. So I immediately think that he's going to turn on them. But he tells them exactly what's going on, in the sense of he tells them that the girl told him exactly where to go, and he's not going to tell them because he needs leverage. Which I thought was odd, but also, I mean, I guess in a way, very smart at the same time, because he showed his hand, but not completely. Like he didn't actually, like he told them what he knew without telling them what he knew. So anyway, as they're just talking, um, Walker and his buddy come in, and they apparently followed them, which isn't that big of a shock. And they want to take out Baron Zemo, but they need him. Walker is acting stranger than normal, but anyway, he decides to agree with them, and they go. So he goes to the girl again, and she escorts him to where they need to go. While they are en route to the ceremony, we see the head of the Flag Smashers getting the rest of the vials of Super Soldier Serum. It looked about 12, but don't quote me on that. I could have been 8 for all I know. Like, it was tough to count because we only get to see a flash of it. And so she puts it in her fanny pack and kind of wears it. Um, then she goes along with him to, we assume, the ceremony. So they're all there. They get there. The ceremony's already started. Sam suggests that he goes in by himself to talk to her because he thinks he has a better shot of convincing her to stop. Walker's against it. Bucky's for it. Baron Zimo's he's just going with the flow. So Walker handcuffs Zimo to, I don't know, some pipes next to it. I don't know what it's called, so I'm not even going to pretend. And Sam goes in. Bucky stands by the door to make sure nobody breaks the thing, the protocol of giving him like 10 minutes. So the ceremony happens. Sam's listening. She notices him right away, but doesn't stop what she's doing. They meet up and start talking, and she trusts Sam. Sam is trying to, in his own way, convince her that what she's doing is wrong. And he's even quoting Baron Zemo by calling her part of the problem. Um, and she doesn't agree, and then she starts talking and hearing herself. And that's when she starts to realize that maybe something's wrong, but she's not completely convinced. Um, so they're talking and everything, and it continues. And then Walker is really starting to lose it, waiting. He just can't sit still. So he breaks in and goes after them, which ruins the whole thing. She gets pissed with Sam and leaves. She runs away. Um, she is. She looks like she's about to escape. Baron Zemo shoots her a bunch of times because he apparently escaped from his handcuffs, which shouldn't be all that shocking. Um, so anyway, he found her, shot her a bunch of times, and then broke every vial of the Super Soldier Serum. She runs away. He gets knocked out by Walker, um, and apparently one of the vials. I know I said he broke all of them, but actually one of them rolled away, and guess who picks it up? But Walker. He puts it in his pocket, and Zemo is knocked out. So Sam flips out on Walker, stating that he ruined everything and he had a shot of fixing it, and it didn't work out. So then um, they split up. We get an instance seeing Walker and his partner in the field and how he's signing autographs, and he's asking his buddy, would you take the serum? And he's like, without a doubt, not even a question, wouldn't even hesitate. Um, and Walker expressing, would you be concerned it would change you? He's like, no, make us stronger. We'd be able to take out a lot more people and save a lot more lives. And that scene ends. We get to back to Sam. His sister gets a phone call from the leader of the Flag Smashers. She's telling his sister that you better get Sam on the phone. I trust him, but I think he's in league with the new Captain America. And Sam's sister's like, I promise you he's not working for him. I mean, he's a good guy, but he's not with Captain America, not that one. And he's definitely not taking orders from him. So she threatens, the leader of the Flag Smashers threatens her and her 2 kids and tells her that she is going to send the coordinates to her and then she's going to send it to Sam. So she hangs up the phone. She calls Sam right away. Sam telling her exactly what to do, get out of there, all that stuff. He's not happy. So he gets in full gear along with the Winter Soldier. So it's Falcon and Winter Soldier. They get the coordinates and they go. Apparently, they talk to Sharon Carter to track Walker. There's a reason for that later. But anyway, they get there and they're talking, and how he's pissed from the get go. You can't be, threatening my family. And she looks healed. For taking a couple of bullets, she's healed. But with the super soldier serum, she does heal. So, I mean, it's tough. We don't know how much time has gone because it was only an 8-hour window that Baron Zemo was given. So we know 8 hours has not gone by yet. So anyway, they fight for a little bit and then they realize that their real target is the new Captain America and kill him. So the two of them escape and go after Walker because they get him tracked. They go. Walker and his partner go in. His partner gets taken out immediately and dragged away and tied up. Walker's looking around and he starts fighting, and we notice he's really strong, insinuating he's taken the actual serum. Although we don't see clear-cut signs yet, we definitely see that he's increased his strength in some sort of capacity. He's beating the guys up, and then the two guys, Falcon and Winter Soldier, get there, and that's when we really see his full strength. When he bends a pipe with his bare hands, and he's knocking the super soldiers around like they're nothing. His partner escapes. They're all fighting together. Um, oh, I'm sorry, I missed something. Um, Before all this happened, Baron Zemo had awakened in their hideout, and the Wakandans showed up, fought with everybody. Walker, his partner, um, Falcon, and Winter Soldier. Baron Zemo escapes, um, and they pretty much just beat everybody up. That happened in between that. My apologies. I knew I forgot something. But anyway, so we're back to the main plot. And so it's Falcon, Winter Soldier, and Walker fighting the super soldiers. And the leader goes to kill the new Captain America. And his partner comes running and tackles her. She kicks him into a pole and kills him. The impact was so powerful, he died, it looked like on impact. That was tough to see. Walker 100% loses it, and he goes after the group. Now, the male is the one he follows because he lost the leader, and he wanted to know where she was, and he wasn't giving it up. So he knocks him out onto the ground, and he lifts up the shield and slams down repeatedly until the guy's dead. Now, we don't get to see the aftermath. I imagine because of his super strength, he split the guy in half in some sort of capacity. Um, Everyone's taking videos as it was happening, and Walker has the shield in his hand, in his arm, dripping with blood. And that's how the episode ends. So, some things to unpack. Baron Zemo escaped. Wakanda is looking for him, and they're going to continue to look for him. Sharon Carter is kind of being more the tech savvy person to help them out. I also think she might be the power broker. It's a possibility. She knows way too much of what's going on to not have more pull than what she has, how she's pretending to be some not so great person. I don't know. I feel like she might be high up in that criminal mastermind area. Um, Walker definitely took the serum. He's off the deep end. He's 100% turned villain, more so than he was before, and he's only going to continue to get worse. The Flag Smasher leader, we definitely see that she's changing, not for the better, and I think she's noticing it. So I wonder if she might change her ways because of it. But that'll be tough to see. We'll have to wait and see on that one. His Walker's partner's dead. The power broker's going to play a part into this because he wants, or they, because we don't know who they are, wants the leader of the Flag Smashers because they have all the serums. Well, did not anymore, but they don't know that. Um, their numbers are getting lower and lower, and I don't know where the ending's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be Baron Zemo who's the main bad guy at the end, if it's going to be Walker. I think for this season, I think it's going to be focused more on Walker and the Flag Smashers, and that's it. Because I think Baron Zemo will be back later in possibly another season. But anything could happen, and Marvel's been doing a great job. But it's pretty much all that's going on, or what I think after this episode. So, as always, if you like the content you see, please like and subscribe below. As always, this is Beastly Eel, signing out. Have a good night.